From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, the man who murdered Lincoln investigator Mario Herrera is sentenced today. Plus,
I'm just sad for our youth. Anywhere in this country, I'm sad for our youth. They can't be kids because this is what they have to live with. The fact that you have to think about this is astonishing to me.
City officials talk about the impact of yesterday's shooting in Texas.
But first, we have the very latest on the second deadliest elementary school shooting in American history. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. In Uvalde, Texas, 19 children and 2 teachers gunned down just days before their summer break.
We're learning more about the alleged gunman's actions before the shooting happened. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest now from Texas.
Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, now the epicenter of grief and heartbreak after authorities say the alleged gunman, an 18-year-old armed with an AR-15 style weapon, stormed inside of a classroom, barricaded himself inside, and opened fire on students and teachers.
I just don't understand how people could sell that type of a gun to a kid, to an 18-year-old. Like, what is he gonna use it for? But for that purpose.
Authorities say Salvador Ramos had just turned 18 on May 16th. Days later, he bought 2 AR-15 style rifles. His grandfather telling ABC's Matt Gutman he had no idea the weapons had been purchased and didn't know what Ramos had planned.
I didn't know he had weapons or nothing or this or that there. If I would have known, I would have reported him.
What President Biden described as carnage in that school, police say began with the gunman allegedly shooting his own grandmother in the forehead. She did survive, but authorities say he stole her truck from the home, crashed it outside of Robb Elementary, emerged from his car wearing body armor, and then shot a school police officer who responded.
When he sees the students and our teacher, that's when he starts shooting at the window.
In the days leading up to the attack, authorities say the gunman reportedly sent pictures and videos of guns to users on various social media platforms. Several users also telling ABC News the suspect had been abusing animals and showing pictures of that abuse to others on social media. This afternoon, Governor Greg Abbott elaborating on the case, saying the suspect had no known mental health issues. Abbott adding that the suspect made no mention that he was going to do anything until about 30 minutes before the attacks.
Posted by the gunman on Facebook approximately 30 minutes before reaching the school. He said, "I'm going to shoot my grandmother." The second post was, "I shot my grandmother."
And according to a spokesperson for Meta, the messages that Governor Greg Abbott described during the press conference were one-to-one text messages that weren't discovered until after this terrible tragedy occurred. Meta going on to say that they're working with law enforcement on their investigation. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Uvalde, Texas.
And we're learning more about the 19 students and 2 teachers who were killed in the shooting.
officials say 6 people are still hospitalized, including 3 children. They were daughters, sons, cousins, and friends, just going about everyday life at Robb Elementary School. Now they've become the faces of America's latest mass shooting. So many families waking up to a world without their loved ones. 10-year-old Xavier Lopez's mother had just attended his award ceremony hours before the shooting. It was the last time she'd ever seen him alive. His grandmother speaking to ABC by the phone.
It's so hard. You send your kids to school and thinking they're going to make it back home, and they're not.
And tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll have more about the victims, including the 2 teachers who were also killed. This morning, many Lincoln schools had a larger police presence than normal.
Mainly to help students know they're not alone during these uncertain times. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez tells us what message city leaders have for the community. Ariana?
Yes, the chief for Lincoln Fire and Rescue, Lincoln's police chief, as well as the superintendent for Lincoln Public Schools spoke this morning about their reactions to the horrific events in Uvalde, Texas, and how we work together through it.
This shakes society to its core whenever you have something that's this tragic, and so there's always a period of adjustment.
There was more police presence at a few schools, but Police Chief Teresa Ewan says that was only to give support to teachers and students on their last day of school, and there was no threat for parents or students to be concerned about.
The presence that people saw on in and around schools today was actually something that we felt we needed to do. We were trying to figure out last night what we could do, and one of those things is supporting the teachers and the students and the parents. And that's why you saw us out there. And so I think it's very important that people understand that it wasn't because there was a threat, it was because we wanted to support you.
Today was the last day of school for LPS students, and Dr. Steve Joel, the superintendent, explained that the day was as normal as possible at 2 of the middle schools he visited. And tonight on the news at 6, Dr. Joel talks about programs currently in place to help keep our kids safe.
All right, look forward to that. Ariana Martinez reporting for us tonight. Thank you. The sports world is also making powerful pleas today.
The Golden State Warriors spoke extensively on the massacre, saying this needs to stop.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of the, I'm sorry. I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power.
Warriors star Steph Curry also spoke out, saying he's challenging himself to find a way to use his voice and platform to make much needed change. Now to local news here in Lincoln. The man convicted of killing police investigator Mario Herrera was sentenced today.
Felipe Vasquez shot Herrera in August of 2020. Tonight, we learn how many years he got behind bars, and we have reaction from the Herrera family.
By my calculations, Mr. Vasquez, you must serve a total of 71 years, minus credit for any time previously served towards parole eligibility. Your sentence to life imprisonment must be commuted to a term of years for mandatory discharge.
A judge sentenced Felipe Vasquez to at least 71 years in prison. In court, before he was sentenced, Vasquez spoke to Herrera's family.
Said to the family, I would like to apologize for my actions that caused the life of Mario Luis Herrera. I know times have been hard without him, and due to my poor decision making, y'all are at loss. But when comfortable, I ask for your forgiveness.
The family was also allowed to address him and the court.
You shot my dad and you ran like a coward. So here's your chance. You can look at them. All of my family. My mom, my siblings, my grandma, my aunts and my uncles, and every single cop. And that my dad worked with every single day. You took away somebody from them, every single person in this courtroom, and you deserve everything you get. So you were a coward at that time, and you still are, and you always will be.
Herrera was shot while helping serve a warrant near 33rd and Vine. He died from his injuries 12 days after the shooting. For his family, the trial was hard to go through.
I think we all agree that the trial kind of brought up a lot. We did a lot of healing, and then the trial happened, and we were kind of back at square one.
The family also says peace would not be the word to describe their feelings right now.
I think that people think that you get some sort of closure, some sort of peace after stuff like this. There's none. I feel relieved that he's where he needs to be. I feel relieved that he's never going to be out until he's, old. I guess that's the word I want to use. Is that what word did you use with it?
Knowing that this can't happen again because of him.
Vasquez, who is 19 years old right now, will be transferred to the Nebraska Youth Correctional Facility in Omaha until he turns 21. After that, he'll be sent to the Tecumseh State Prison. One of the only tunnels under the railway in Lincoln has been redone and is ready for the community to enjoy.
The third F Street and Tunnel project was completed with the help from many organizations. It's near Park Middle School, and community members wanted to make updates to create a safe passageway for students and community members to pass through. You can now expect new lighting, no longer a leaky roof, a new mural, and clean, low-water plant landscape.
Healthy neighborhoods make up a healthy city, and those neighborhoods that offer safe streets and walkability and opportunities to be physically healthy, and that's really what we're talking about today. And that's what's so special about the improvements to this 3rd and F Street tunnel.
The South Salt Creek neighborhood is one of the oldest in Lincoln. They, along with Parks and Rec, will be taking care of the landscape.
All right, let's talk about your weather now. Definitely another day of some nice soaking rain. Where do we sit on how much longer this is going to go on?
Now we've got another night to go and a part of tomorrow to go as well for the showers that will stick around the area. As we're going into the evening hours, if many of you were driving home this afternoon from work or this evening, it's wet. The rain continues to fall. It's not terribly heavy, although in some spots we do have some heavier rain. Taking a live look right now, and you can see a lot of splash coming up from behind the cars there on the road out in front of the station as we look off to the north and west. Wind's a little breezy out there. You can see the tree blowing around just a little bit. Now where the rain is heavier is down towards Gage County right now, specifically down near the Beatrice area and just to the south of Beatrice towards between Beatrice and Glenwood. This is all moving off to the west-northwest, unlike the usual direction of moving off to the northeast. So more showers will begin to move out towards the Fairbury area within the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. Here's how much rain we've had today since midnight. 4,600s in Lincoln, 7,400s in Beatrice, 4,200s in Aurora, and lesser amounts as you go further off to the west. Look at Falls City there on the southeast corner of the state where you've picked up an inch and a half of rain. Temperature-wise, it's been pretty steady throughout the day. A high of 53, a morning low of only, I should say, a high of 54. A morning low of 51. So temperature spread of only 3 degrees today. This evening our temperatures won't be moving much either. 53 degrees by 8, 52 degrees by 10. Exactly how much longer the rain sticks around, how much more you can expect, and when the sun returns, it's all coming tomorrow. All the details at my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, thank you, John. And still ahead on the news here at 5 o'clock, quite a story. A neighbor comes to the rescue as a house in Grand Island goes up in flames.
Yeah, we'll have that amazing story in your full forecast after the break.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all
A fire at a duplex in Hastings broke out Monday night around 7:30. Everyone is okay, all thanks to the brave actions of a neighbor.
Despite the flames, one Hastings College wrestler didn't hesitate to run into the building, the burning building, to escort 2 residents and their dog to safety.
22-year-old Dylan Crawford was coming home from dinner with his fiance when he noticed his across-the-street neighbor's house was on fire.
I ran up to the door and I just started pounding. I tried the door, it was locked, so I just pounded on the door and tried to break the window. I couldn't get anybody's attention, and finally the lady came to the door. I think her name's Barbara, and I just told her there's a fire, get out, and I grabbed her and her walker and helped her get out. And then she told me her husband was still inside. And then I ran inside the house, went to the far bedroom. I saw like the fire was making its way that way, so I got him inside of his wheelchair. We worked our way basically down the hall around the fire. I got him out of the house.
When Dylan went back into the house for the 3rd time to get the couple's dog, the fire was growing quickly. It wasn't until then that he realized he might be in over his head.
I think a firefighter told me that if I was a minute late, there probably would have been no chance of getting them out.
When first responders arrived on scene, Dylan had already woken up the remaining residents in the building and those in the surrounding houses. By that time, the roof was already caving in.
I wasn't scared up until that point, because then I started thinking, I'm like, man, I don't know if I could get this dog in time. I just knew I didn't have much time, so I just thought, like, well, I just need to grab you. So I took off my shirt and I'm like, bite me if you want, if you need to. I'm sorry, but you're going to thank me later, so we're getting out of here together.
One resident sustained minor injuries but was not transported to a hospital. The Red Cross and Salvation Army are assisting the residents.
And although he's a little banged up today, Dylan said he'd do it again if he had to.
And as for the cause, the fire has been determined accidental, but the investigation is still ongoing.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer.
What a wet couple of days, but as Rod mentioned at the top of the show, it's been a soaking rain and something that a lot of the ground could use, and I have a sneaking suspicion by the weekend, the grass is going to be shooting up because we're going to have warmer temperatures. It's going to be humid around, and it's going to be able to use that water to really start to green up and start to grow really quickly. Take you to a live look right now in Beatrice, where we've got moderate rain that's falling right now. If you look closely out in the trees, you may be able to see some of the raindrops falling, also some of the trees blowing around just a little bit, as we still have some gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour. I've got it zoomed in on Beatrice right now. You can see we've got some heavier pockets of rain off to the east side of town, so out towards Beatrice High School, for instance. Also heading up towards Paddock Lane Elementary School, and some moderate showers down towards the Farmers Co-op on the south side of town. Not as heavy out towards Southeast Community College on the southwest side of town. And you can see this pocket extends off to the north and east up towards Nebraska City with some light showers over Lincoln. Light showers also up over Seward and Crete, and lessening as you go further to the west. And notice no rain at all falling out towards Kearney, Hastings, or Grand Island. There is a sharp line of where the rain goes and does not go right now. This is all coming in from the south and east on the backside of an area of low pressure. I don't think it's going to move too far to the west either at this point. Now you can see we've picked up nearly a half-inch of rain in Lincoln. We've picked up 3/4 of an inch in Beatrice, nearly 4/10 in Hebron, and just over 4/10 in Aurora. That's just for today since midnight. Now a 2-day total, so yesterday up through 4 o'clock today, because I haven't had a chance to add in the 5 o'clock observations yet, we've picked up almost an inch and a quarter in Lincoln. Nearing 2 inches of rain down towards Beatrice and 1 3/4 inches down towards the Hebron area, and nearly an inch of rain has fallen out towards Hastings as of this afternoon. Area of low pressure is just off to the south, and that's the reason why we're getting the moisture coming in and moving to the northwest instead of our usual west to east. This low will begin to slowly move out, but on the back side of it, we'll keep some showers around through the overnight hours as well as through tomorrow morning, at least parts of tomorrow morning. You'll notice that on Stormcast through 10 o'clock, we keep the showers through the area. I think even as we go overnight, they'll become more scattered. But there will be definitely a narrow line of where the rain will be at tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Stormcast is suggesting up from Omaha down towards Lincoln, Beatrice, and Fairbury is where that line will exist. And as we go through the morning, it's going to hold steady on the back side of that low pressure. Now look to the west. Skies are clearing very quickly. I think the rain's probably done in Lincoln by about 11 o'clock in the morning. and then we'll start to see our skies clearing as we head towards the afternoon hours. In fact, we should see sunny skies as we get towards late afternoon and into early tomorrow evening. How much more additional rain? Well, from 8 o'clock until noon tomorrow, we could pick up nearly 2/3 of an inch of rain in Lincoln, maybe another inch of rain down towards the Hebron area. Now, temperature-wise, right now we're sitting in the 50s, low 50s at that for most locations. Our temperatures have held steady throughout the day, and they'll hold steady tonight. Flow temperatures dropping into the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. And high temperatures tomorrow, if you've got the clouds and rain, your temperatures will be held down more. If you've got more sunshine, temperatures up into the mid-70s by afternoon. 7-day forecast shows more sunshine as well for Friday, a high of 81 degrees. By Saturday, windy, warm, humid, 88 degrees. It's going to be muggy this weekend, meaning my word for muggy and ugly combined whenever the dew points get in the upper 60s to low 70s. A high of 92 degrees on Sunday, 91, or make that 92 degrees for Memorial Day, 91 for Tuesday. There will be a chance for some thunderstorms coming our way late Tuesday night and through the day on Wednesday as a cold front begins to move in, and that'll drop our temperatures back into the middle 70s for the beginning of June.
I was just going to say, the amount of rain we have received in May, I know we were lacking behind a few months ago. And John, I don't know if you've looked at the latest data, but we have to be getting really close to where we need to be, right?
Well, I believe we are above normal for the year. For the month of May, we're over 4 inches of rain now. I haven't looked at the totals from including yesterday. But again, going from January to now going back to last year at this time to now, I think we're probably still a little bit behind.
Sure.
But yeah, we are seeing improvements though.
All right, thank you very much, John. A positive day on Wall Street today. The Dow is up 192 points. NASDAQ also gaining about 170. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, a lake drought of historic levels is pulling sunken shipwrecks to the surface.
And revealing a water crisis in the West, Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
Historically low water levels in the nation's largest reservoir have revealed sunken treasures while shedding light on a serious issue. The water levels in Lake Mead are so low, formerly sunken and shipwrecked boats have begun appearing in unlikely places, and locals believe there could be dozens more. But the problem doesn't stop with the lack of lake water. There's also an abundance of moisture in the remaining terrain. The National Park Service shared images of vehicles stuck in the lake's muddy banks, which look stable but act more like quicksand. The western U.S. is facing its worst drought in centuries. Officials have been forced to enact water usage restrictions that they fear could have serious impacts on agriculture and municipal supplies. Over in Florida, folks who were aboard a fishing charter now have a whale of a tale to tell after a rare up-close and personal encounter with a whale shark in the wild. It happened about 15 miles offshore, where charter captain Dylan Hubbard says seeing the endangered species isn't uncommon, but it's what this one did that made the experience so special.
It's very rare that they kind of come up to us and then hang out. And that thing hung out. It was like we were at SeaWorld.
Back on land in Illinois, a rare animal made a zoo debut. The Brookfield Zoo welcomed a newborn South American tapir calf. What's a tapir? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a pachyderm that is closely related to the horse and rhinoceros. Baby tapirs are born with white stripes, which will begin to fade in a few months before disappearing completely. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, John, one final check of our rainy weather.
Yeah, some showers will continue on through the overnight hours, with the rain moving up by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Otherwise, this evening temperatures holding in the low 50s.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you all for joining us.
World News is coming up next. We'll see you back here for more news, weather, and sports at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The Jalapeno Popper Frenchie, creamy and crunchy in each delicious bite. Enjoy this bold new taste or the timeless original, Frenchies at Amigos King's Classic.
Closed caption.